So it's been a while since I made a video. I missed it. I've been kind of, I guess kind of complacent with it, but I have a laundry list of ideas, so you'll definitely be seeing more of me lately. But I wanted to talk about grace. Again, grace is sort of part of my platform. And jumping right into it, I think about Paul. Paul was literally murdering the church, right? Paul was murdering Christians, right? And yet, Jesus was not only was Christ gracious to him, but chose him for a radical mission to be the great preacher to the Gentile world. And again, this is a man that was murdering Christians, and Jesus was gracious to even somebody like that. Now, do you see where I'm going with this? And I've talked about this in other videos about how we just beat each other up over academic issues and secondary issues and tertiary issues. Jesus was gracious to a man who not only who was a murderer, but murdering his own people, right? Murdering his own church. Yet we want to murder each other over Bible translations, views about creation, tithing, baptism, and I think it's shameful. Can we not show each other even a fraction of that grace? I think we can, right? I know we can. This example of Paul, it just came to me just recently, and that's why this is the first video, my first video back. This is why I chose this topic, So I just wanted to throw it out there, whenever I think about, none of us are going to do it perfectly, but I think about Paul, and I'm going to. It's going to be one of my go-to examples. Reminding myself, Jeff, Paul murdered Christians, and Christ was gracious to him, right? It's can I not show people even 10% of the same grace, right? Do I really need to beat up other Christians and beat up other people in the church because of all this academic stuff? When I've said this before, we're all a work in progress. And I say all loosely, I mean some more than others, but we're all a work in progress. We're all growing, And one thing in grace is really, for a while now, I don't think it's where I'm at, right? That's the chapter in my walk, my spiritual maturity, if you will. The chapter in that is that right now I'm walking through is that grace that I do need to learn more grace, and I definitely need to show people more grace. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not great at it, Sharing about it with all of you, it helps, right? It's therapeutic, and I hope this, this thought helps somebody else, It shows, it's no wonder there's a song called Amazing Grace, And I think it's just very easy. I know, and I've been guilty of it. It's so easy to lose sight of grace, to lose sight of God's grace, So I could go on and on, of course. I like to keep my videos short, but I hope that helps. God bless.